Very good afternoon, children. Join quickly. Yes, Prabhat Sharma, very good afternoon. All of you join quickly. So day before yesterday I was discussing about Sudha Murthy, and you have seen her pic also. Okay, who is she? She is an Indian engineering teacher. Okay, and she was a author who has written many books on Kannada, Marathi and English, and she was a very great social worker. Okay, she is also the chairperson of the Infosys Foundation, and she married Anna Narayan. He was also a co-founder of Infosys. Okay, and Sudha Murthy, see, she got presidential award here, very special awards for us. And now I am showing you some pic of her social work. So just let me show you before doing this one. Let me show you. Yeah, see the way she is working. She is a social worker, and how she herself is doing work along with the people. She is a very great personality. You can see here. See, she is doing lot for children. Okay, she has one library also, and there she distribute many things to the children. See, she is busy in doing work. She is not sitting idle. Got it? This is the very impressing part on our part. Children, if you want to know more about it, if you want to see more picture, you just type it in YouTube. You can see lots of. Okay, so now let me go back to our chapter. Yes, so what I said, she got, first of all, what happened, she was a lady who was studying in the year 1974. She was in Bangalore, and there she was studying her postgraduate. She was studying in IISC college. She was completing her engineering there, and she was residing in a hostel, girls hostel. And wonder what happened, while coming back from her class, she has seen in her notice board one notice is there from where which industry, this from Tata industry, okay, telco company. Okay, and what it was written, it stated that company required young bright engineers, hardworking with an excellent academic background. Okay, but in that letter what it was written at the bottom of that small line, it was written, lady candidates need not apply. Then she read it and she became very upset. For the first time in her life, she was up against gender discrimination. She felt very bad. Okay, and she thought of writing a letter to J.R.D. Tata. She came to know J.R.D. are the pioneers of all the industries. Okay, and she had written a letter in a postcard. Okay, after reading the notice, I went fuming to my room. Fuming meaning very angry. Okay, and what happened, she decided to inform the topmost person in telco's management about the injustice the company was perpetrating. I got a postcard and started to write, but there was a problem. So what happened here? So she thought she should write and she should ask for justice, because gender discrimination meaning what? Okay, meaning in some of the places male candidates are getting more preference than the female. Female are neglected. Okay, if we say both are equal, then it's okay. But when we are saying that yes, boys are better than girls, or girls are better than boys, so if I speak like this, that means what? This is called gender discrimination. So in this modern society we should not do this one. These are the most what we can say, it's just it will lead us to doom only. Okay, it will lead us in darkness. If we follow these kind of criteria, we can't progress in our life. So better not to follow all these things. So what happened here? And she decided to write, and she has written, and do you know, after that she got the reply also. Okay, and she was asked for the interview, and she thought, yeah, she was sure she will not get job. She thought just for a climate change she is going. Actually, what was her plan? Her plan was to, after completing her degree, she will go to US and settle there. She will earn money, she will study there. Okay, she will get scholarship and all, she can settle her life there very nicely. She planned like this. But what happened? By this time, when she was asked for this interview, she was, it was mandatory for her to go, because she had written this kind of letter, and she went there. What? This is the most important line. I have collected it from a newspaper journal, so please don't mix up with your book, but story is same. The great Tatas have always been pioneers. They are the people who started the basic infrastructure industries in India, such as iron and steel, chemicals, textile, locomotives. They have cared for higher education in India. Actually, great Tatas, pioneers meaning beginners. Okay, so they begin all these things. They brought renaissance in our society, in this modern society. Okay, they are the people, only Tatas, they changed the industries in India. Okay, iron industry, steel industry, chemical, textile, locomotives, many things. Okay, and not only that one, they have took very good care for higher education in India since 1900, and they were responsible for the establishment of the Indian Institute of Science. Got this one? Okay, so now we'll come to know slowly. Fortunately, she studied there, and but I am surprised how a company such a telco is discriminated on the basis of gender. According to Sudha Murthy, she came to know they are the great persons, great work they are doing in this society. So this kind of company and the people, those who are involved in that, how can they do this kind of discrimination? They can divide male female करके कैसे कर सकते? It was a difficult to accept. Okay. So that's why what happened? She posted a letter to what? J.R.D. Tata. But she get a call. Okay. But she got a call, and what was her call? She had to appear for an interview at Telco Pune facility at the company's expense. Okay. And I was taken back by the telegram. My hostel mate told me I should use the opportunity to go to Pune free of cost and buy them the famous Pune sarees for cheap. Okay, तो दोस्तों ने बोला अरे जाओ ना तुमको फ्री में मिल रहा है, then you should go and attend this one. Okay, and you buy, while coming back you buy sarees for us. And what happened? She collected 30 rupees from each and every one who wanted sari. Okay, when I took back, I felt like laughing at the reasons for my going. But back then they seemed good enough to make the trip. So what happened? And after that, okay, she went there. She went to Pune. Actually, to this day, it remains dear to me. I feel as much at home in Pune as I do in Hubli, my hometown. The place changed my life in so many ways. As directed, I went to Telco's Pimpri office for the interview. तो कहाँ गए? पिंपरी के ऑफिस में गए, टेलको ऑफिस जहाँ पिंपरी पे है वहाँ पे गए. Okay, so what happened in that particular place? She went to attend the meeting, and there were 6 people on the panel, and I realized then that this was serious business. Okay, she went there to attend the interview, and 6 people were sitting together. Okay, and when she went there to attend this interview, so what happened here? Let me just highlight these lines for you. So this is the girl who wrote to J.R.D. I heard somebody whisper as soon as I entered the room. By then, I knew for sure that I would not get the job. The realization abolished all fear from my mind, and so I was rather cool while the interview was being conducted. तो जैसे ही उन्होंने पहुंचा, Sudha Murthy, she entered, she heard somebody slowly whispering, meaning very slowly. She was telling, somebody was telling, in that panel, that she is that girl जो J.R.D. Tata को लेटर लिखे थे. As she came to know this one, and she was sure कि yes, आज तो जॉब पक्का मिलने का नहीं है, मुझे मिलेगा ही नहीं. Then what? Then why should I take that much of tension in my mind? And she became fearless. ठीक है हुआ, चलो जॉब तो मिलेगा ही नहीं, देख लेंगे क्या होता है, आगे क्या होता है देख लेंगे. Okay. So what happened then? Even before the interview started, I reckon the panel was biased, so I told them rather impolitely, I hope this is only a technical interview. Okay, she thought, yes, this panel, of course she is the only girl there. Okay, they may be not taken, her under consideration. She was sure they will not take care of this thing, and she thought she will not get job. And she was very fearless, and she said, I hope this is only the technical interview. कोई gender discrimination का interview नहीं होना चाहिए. It is related with her subject only. Okay, they were taken aback by my rudeness, and even today I am ashamed about my attitude. The panel asked me technical questions and I answered all of them. लेकिन आज सुधा मूर्ति अपने जगह पे बैठ के when she flashback her thing of that interview, she felt ashamed. She always feel ashamed about her attitude क्योंकि इतने अच्छे लोग थे उधर, she was not knowing, and that's why she was very rude to them. But they asked only the technical questions in that interview and she answered well. देखो, these are the lines which are not in your book, but for just to know in detail, I have jotted down some of the lines. Okay, then an elderly man with an affectionate voice told me, do you know why we said lady candidates need not apply? The reason is that we have never employed any ladies. Okay, ladies on the shop floor. This is not at college. This is a factory. When it comes to academics, you are a first ranker throughout. We appreciate that, but people like you should work in research laboratories. देखो, जो एक elderly person थे, what he told? He told, yes, in a very affectionate voice, बेटा, देखो, why should you write this kind of notice कि lady candidates need not apply? The reason is that this is not a co-educated college, meaning where both boys and girls are studying. It's a factory, and factory life is quite different from your academic life. Okay, I know you are a first ranker throughout, but we appreciate that. But this kind of career, those who have, they are working in research laboratories. But factory is quite different when you have to do all big machines and all. You have to do hard labor, so many things. Okay. So what happened? I was a young girl from small town Hubli. My world had been a limited place. I didn't know the ways of large corporate houses and their difficulties, so I answered, but you must start somewhere, otherwise no woman will ever be able to work in your factories. So she was fearless, and that's why she started interacting with them very freely. She said actually she was a girl who was belonging from a very small town. Okay, and she thought, and she said to them that yes, you must start something, you must start somewhere. Otherwise, no woman will learn, no woman will come to this one. There will be no beginning. And no woman will be able to work in your factory. So you should start something. Okay, so what happened here? So finally, after that long interview, yes, they told, yes, you had been successful. Okay, so this was the future had no store for me. Okay, and what happened? See, no, these lines are not important. Then what happened here? She was selected and she planned to join there. She planned to join in that same institution. Okay. And while coming back, and what happened here, after reaching, after that interview also, she talked to her father. One day I have seen her interview. Actually, then also she was not sure to join in that institute, in that telco company. Then her father told, see, you started something. You are the beginner of this, modern industry, first lady to work in an industry. So you should not skip, you have to join that one. And then she decided to join this institution, telco company. Okay, so it was only after joining telco that I realized who J.R.D. was, the uncrowned king of the Indian industry. Now I was scared, but I did not get to meet him till I was transferred to Bombay. Now Bombay meaning Mumbai. One day I had to show some reports to Mr. Molgaonkar, our chairman, who we all knew as SM, senior manager. I was in his office on the first floor of Bombay House, okay, the Tata headquarters, when suddenly J.R.D. walked in. That was the first time I saw Apro J.R.D. Apro means hour in Gujarati. This was the affectionate term by which people at Bombay House called him. I was feeling as him introduced me nicely, Jay. The young woman is an engineer and that too a postgraduate. She is the first woman is an engineer and that too a postgraduate. She is the first woman to work on the telco shop floor. J.R.D. looked at me. I was praying he would not ask me any questions about my interview. तो J.R.D. टाटा से उन्होंने मिले ही नहीं इंटरव्यू में. So but she met when she joined there. जो मिस्टर मुलगांवकर थे, उन्होंने क्या किया? One day she went for her urgent work and she met him, and there J.R.D. Tata came, and then she was introduced by Mr. Molgaonkar. Okay, and he said she's postgraduate, she's an engineer, and she's a very brilliant lady. And that time what happened? Sudha Murthy Bhagavan ko pray kar rahe the. Hey Bhagavan, he should not ask me anything about my interview and all, because she was a bit rude there, isn't it? So thankfully he did not. Instead he remarked, kya bole? It's nice that girls are getting into engineering in our country. By the way, what is your name? Then she said, yes sir, before joining telco, when I joined telco, I was Sudha Kulkarni sir. I replied, now I am Sudha Murthy, because she got married with a Murthy. Okay, and he smiled. He smiled a kindly smile and started a discussion with SM. Okay, as for me, I almost ran out of the room. After that I used to see J.R.D. on and off. He was the Tata group of chairman and I was merely an engineer. There was nothing that we had in common. I was in awe of him. So what happened after this I am just discussing today. Okay, so next class I'll complete and discuss question answers with you. Next class in lecture 3 I'll finish full. Okay, so this is the most inspiring one. So children, if you have any doubts, you just ask me. It's a very interesting story. All of you read the story very nicely. Today all of you read the story and please write down question answers. Sorry, not write down question, hard words and word meaning. Hard words and word meaning. Okay, who is that Mashram? Why you are sending so much of smiley and all? Okay, so all of you note it down and read this lesson properly. Okay, and do one thing, one page handwriting, cursive writing. This is your homework, one page cursive writing. Okay, all of you should write it today. This is your work. Okay, clear to you? Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you for attending this class. Any doubts? If you have any doubts, you just ask me your doubts. कोई बात नहीं, 2-3 मिनट है, अभी मेरा ही क्लास है. चलो. If you have any doubts, you just write. Any doubt? Okay.